Hadith of Bukhari, Volume 3, Narration 519. Narrated Abdullah. The Prophet got the date palm trees of the tribe of Bani and Nadir burnt, and the trees cut down at a place called Al-Buwaira. Hassan bin Thabit said in a poetic verse, the chiefs of Bani Lu'ay found it easy to watch fire spreading at Al-Buwaira. Because they were at fault. Hadith 520, narrated Rafa bin Khadij. We worked on farms more than anybody else in Medina. We used to rent the land at the yield of specific delimited portions of it to be given to the landlord. So, quite literally, they were pagans. Because that's what a pagan means, is the things are divided into work plots. Sometimes the vegetation of that portion was affected by blight, etc., while the rest remained safe, and vice versa. So the Prophet forbade this practice. At that time, gold or silver were not used for renting the land. If they provided the seeds, they would get so and so much. Al-Hassan said, there is no harm if the land belongs to one, but both spend on it, and the yield is divided between them. Al-Zuhri had the same opinion. Al-Hassan said, there is no harm if cotton is picked on the condition of having half the yield. Ibrahim ibn Sa'in, Atta al-Hakam, Al-Zuhri, and Qatada said, there is no harm in giving the yarn to the weaver and weave and a cloth on the basis that the 1/3 or the 1/4 or any other portion of the cloth is given to the weaver for his labor. Ma'am said, there is no harm in hiring animals for a definite fixed period on the basis that the 1/3 or 1/4 of the products carried by the animals is given to the owner of the animals. Hadith 521, narrated Abdullah bin Umar. The Prophet concluded a contract with the people of Khaybar to utilize the land on the condition that half the products of fruit or vegetation would be their share. The Prophet used to give his wives 100 wasiqs each. I don't know what the right plural is. None of the things are at an S and it's a plural. 80 wasiqs of dates and 20 wasiqs of barley. When Umar became the caliph, he gave the wives of the Prophet the option of either having the land and water as their shares or carrying on the previous practice. Some of them chose the land and some of them chose the wasiqs, and Aisha chose the land. And the narration that we started with is probably the one to say the most about, but it wasn't the usual thing to cut down the crops, but if the people needed to be kept from getting strong and rebelling, some exceptions were made. I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact context beyond that.